Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolute chaos unfolding in Port Charles. We have a massive amount of drama to unpack, so grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's jump right into the madness. Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and Sonny's paranoia is literally out of control right now. Like, I get it, he's a mob boss, he has a history of trauma, but setting a vengeful trap for Rick, here's what's bugging me. Sonny actually thinks Rick is plotting against him with Ava Jerome. But then again, that doesn't explain why Sonny is so quick to jump to the absolute nuclear option. He summons Ethan Lovett, which, okay, wait, let me back up. Ethan is Luke's son, and Sonny just hired him, right? And Ethan is the one who saw Rick and Ava at the Metro Court Gardens and reported back to Sonny. So Sonny is trusting the new guy over his own brother. I mean, not exactly, but kind of. Sonny says to Ethan, once this starts, there's no stopping it. What does that even mean? Is he having Ethan kidnap Rick? Interrogate him in a warehouse? It's weird. Like, really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Actually, no, first I should mention what Rick and Ava are actually doing at the gallery. Because this is the tragic part that makes Sonny's reaction so frustrating. Rick is sticking to the terms of his deal with Ava at the gallery. He acknowledges that Ava asked for plenty, and he promises she's gonna get it. They are moving forward with an expensive art sale. Why? Because Rick is trying to plan an art-related surprise for Elizabeth Baldwin. He's trying to be romantic. He just tracked Liz down at the hospital and asked her to go away for the weekend. And Sonny is over here thinking Rick has some sinister backstabbing plot in motion. Or maybe not, I don't know. Sonny's brain is just wired to expect betrayal at this point. But it's so heartbreaking watching Rick actually try to do something nice and genuine for Liz. And meanwhile, Sonny is plotting a drastic takedown that could ruin everything. What was I saying? Oh, right, Sonny and Ethan. Sonny is using Ethan to execute this plan. But wait, doesn't Sonny realize Ethan has his own agenda? Ethan wants to take down Jen Sidwell for what happened to his mother, Holly Sutton. And Sonny is just throwing him into Corinthos family drama. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed Sonny's tone in the preview video is so incredibly cold. He's completely detached from the fact that Rick is his flesh and blood. He's treating him like a rival cartel boss. But then again, Rick did lie about something, or at least Sonny caught him in a lie thanks to Ethan's surveillance. But is the punishment fitting the crime here? I don't think so. Anyway, the point is, wait, what was the point? Oh, that Rick is going to get kidnapped or ambushed while literally just trying to buy art for the woman he loves. Tragic. Okay, moving on to the PCPD, because this is where my brain really started doing somersaults late last night. Dante Falconeri and Elizabeth Baldwin. Dante is talking to Liz about Ross Cullum's shooting on Pier 55. And Dante is finally realizing the scope of the deception. Literally everyone involved is lying about what actually went down that night. Jason is lying. Britt Westbourne is lying. Lulu is lying. And Dante has this crucial piece of physical evidence. There was someone else's blood on the gun, not Jason's blood. And Dante confirms to Liz that it doesn't belong to Cullum either. So whose blood is it? Okay, wait, let me back up. I think it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere around there. Rocco cut his hand. Lulu had to call Isaiah Gannon for a secret house call because the cut got infected. And Liz is a nurse. She treated Rocco's hand at General Hospital, right? Or at least she knows all about the injury. And Liz saw Rocco having that incredibly tense, panicked interaction with Britt at the hospital recently. So Liz's brain is working overtime right now. She's putting the puzzle pieces together in real time. She's standing there with Dante, and you can just see the realization hitting her. She points the finger at Dante's own son. She tells Dante that Rocco is the shooter. Can we just pause and talk about Dante's psychology for a second? He's a cop. He has built his entire adult life around the law, around justice, around finding the truth. And now he's finding out his teenage son shot the WSB director, and his ex-wife has been covering it up. And Jason, who is basically family, is rotting in WSB custody, specifically to protect Rocco. Dante gets this massive shock. It's like his whole world just tilts on its axis. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Arrest his own kid? Confront Lulu? He's definitely going to confront Lulu. But then again, that doesn't mean he's going to handle Jason's situation. The ethical dilemma here is massive. And speaking of Lulu, she is in the worst tight spot ever right now. Because Nathan West, who we all know is actually Cassius the evil twin, is pushing her to send Rocco away. And he's escalating his demands. He tells Lulu it has to happen tonight. Why tonight? Cassius is panicking. He knows the walls are closing in. He knows Britt knows the truth because Rocco confessed to her in the GH chapel. And he knows Dante is investigating and getting way too close. Cassius is just trying to protect his own cover, but he's framing it like he's protecting Rocco from Cullum's wrath. It's actually terrifying how manipulative Cassius is in these scenes. He's playing perfectly on Lulu's maternal instincts. Lulu is already overwhelmed and terrified for Rocco's life, and Cassius is just feeding that fear. Send him away tonight, but where is he gonna go? Cassius probably has some shady Phazon adjacent safe house or something. Or maybe he's just gonna use Rocco as leverage later. I don't know. The guy is a complete psychopath. He's currently holding Jocelyn Jax hostage at Windermere. So we know he has zero moral compass when it comes to kidnapping people. Okay, wait, speaking of Jocelyn, this is the part of the storyline that is driving me absolutely crazy. Jocelyn is missing. Trina told Carly she pulled a vanishing act. Carly is in full panic mode. And what does Carly do? She immediately blames Jack Brennan. She thinks Brennan used his WSB connections to send Jocelyn away to some black site to punish Carly for sleeping with Valentin Cassidy. Which honestly, valid theory. Brennan is obsessed, vindictive, and has the resources to do exactly that. But in reality, it was Cassius who kidnapped Jocelyn. Because she was asking way too many questions about Cesar Phazon and his book. But Valentin Cassidy has a completely different plan. Valentin calls Nina Reeves with a job for her to do. He wants to use Nina to figure out where Jack Brennan might have sent Jocelyn and bring her back. Okay? Let's analyze this logic. Valentin thinks Brennan took Jocelyn. Valentin knows Brennan is blackmailing Nina with the traffic cam footage of Willow shooting Drew. So Valentin wants Nina to go to Brennan, feed him fake intel, or pry information out of him. Carly is furious about this. Carly voices her extreme displeasure because she hates Nina and doesn't trust her with her daughter's life. Carly thinks they need to come up with a solution that doesn't involve Nina. But Valentin insists his plan is a good one. It's weird, like really weird. Valentin and Carly are supposed to be this tight, passionate, vengeful alliance, but they are constantly clashing over strategy. Valentin trusts Nina's ability to manipulate and play the game. Carly just sees Nina as a massive liability. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed Carly makes a declaration elsewhere in the episode. Is she going rogue? Is she going to confront Brennan herself? The situation is spiraling completely out of control. Okay, I know I just said the opposite earlier, but maybe Brennan does know something about Jocelyn. No, wait. The spoilers explicitly say Cassius is to blame, and that secret won't come to light for a while. So they're wasting precious time. Actually, no, first I should mention the Drew Kane situation, because this ties directly into Nina meeting Brennan, over at the gatehouse, or wherever Drew is currently being kept. Drew is paralyzed from the drug Willow told Nina to give him, and there is this incredibly tense psychological horror scene playing out. Nina places the syringe on the coffee table. Drew is just gazing at it. Just sitting there, staring at the syringe. He can't move, but his mind is fully active. It's so dark. It's been a while since Drew's last injection, so the effects of the paralytic might be wearing off a bit. Drew is trying to gather enough strength to fight back against Nina. Can you imagine the sheer terror? You're trapped in your own body, watching your ex-mother-in-law prepare to inject you with a paralytic to protect the woman who shot you. I'm overthinking the medical accuracy of this, but whatever. Drew gets a glimmer of hope. He tries to move. He tries to fight. But why is Nina delaying the injection? Is she feeling guilty? You're right. Nina isn't a cold-blooded monster even if she does terrible things. She's being blackmailed by her own daughter. Willow basically told Nina, if I go down, you go down because Nina's fingerprints are on the original syringe. So Nina is trapped in this horrible web. She delays the injection because she hates what she's doing. But if she delays too long, there is going to be trouble. Drew might actually break free, or at least make a noise. But the spoilers say Drew fails in the end. So Nina eventually does it. She injects him. It's just tragic. A complete disaster. After she breaks Drew's spirit again, Nina does what Valentin asks. She goes to speak with Jack Brennan. Brennan shows up and asks if Nina has something for him on Valentin. And Nina tells Brennan whatever Valentin wants him to hear. Basically kind of playing double agent. But Brennan is smart. Is he going to buy it? And if Brennan doesn't even have Jocelyn, this whole operation is a massive waste of time. They are playing 4D chess against the wrong opponent, while Cassius is literally holding Jocelyn hostage at Windermere. Oh, and speaking of Windermere, I almost forgot. Felicia Scorpio reaches out to Lucas Jones. She gives him some support as he continues to cope with losing Marco Rios, which is sweet, but also Lucas is in so much danger right now. Cassius planted the idea in Jen Sidwell's head that Lucas is the one who killed Marco. So Sidwell is probably plotting to have Pascal murder Lucas in retaliation. And Felicia's just giving him emotional support. Like, get him out of that castle. Lucas needs to run, not talk about his feelings. It all comes back to Cassius. Cassius is ruining everyone's lives. He's pushing Lulu to send Rocco away. He's holding Jocelyn hostage. He's framing Lucas for Marco's murder. And nobody realizes he's not Nathan. Jocelyn was starting to figure it out, which is why she's locked up and fearing for her life. I keep second guessing myself, but I really think Britt is going to be the one to bring Cassius down. She knows the truth, but she's terrified of Cullum. What was I saying? Oh, right, the drama for Monday. Sunny is trapping Rick. Dante is finding out about Rocco. Carly and Valentin are fighting over Nina. Drew is paralyzed and fighting for his life. It's just a lot. I'm trying to be smart about how all these storylines intersect, but my brain is jumping between ideas. Will Sunny's drastic trap for Rick accidentally expose the art surprise? Will Dante confront Lulu before she actually sends Rocco away? I don't know. Anyway, the point is... Wait, what was the point? The point is Port Charles is a mess, and I am entirely too invested in these fictional people's lives.